of the BDP and the public at large to continue trust and vote for the BDP-led government. Mabule residents encouraged to submit applications for the recently launched Chacha Fund. And defending champions Gaborone United progressed to the quarterfinals of the Orange FA Cup after defeating Security Systems 6-5 in a penalty shootout. The Potaposa is interpreting in sign language. Now, in a first story, President Dr. Mopipi has encouraged members of the Botswana Democratic Party, BDP, and the public at large to continue trust and vote for the BDP-led government, as it is the only party that has shown interest to serve their needs and the development of the country. President Masisi expressed this yesterday at a BDP star rally held in Good Hope, where 934 new members were welcomed to the BDP from Good Hope Matete constituency. Gilbert
President Dr. Mopipi explained that so far the Botswana Democratic Party BDP has shown that it's the only party in good standing with unity and strength to lead government, evidenced with more new members coming into the party fold, hence inviting party members and the general public to vote for the BDP in large numbers in the upcoming 2024 national general elections. The party is said to have managed to implement its manifesto of policies and programs that seeks to uplift the livelihood of Botswana, cemented by the recent achievement of changes in the diamond mining agreement between Botswana and DBS, resulting in the country realizing a great benefit which has never happened in the history of diamond mining.
It's more 15 billion US dollars kangwaga, ya go 100 billion US dollars kangwaga. Ha hona ya ka ne re ka tsoletega re le hatse ka itshilelo hanne tumalano e sa hetolwa. Gora gore ya ka re ikaeletse ka vision 2036 gore ra go dela ha modimo re na itshilelo e go godimo re le hatse.
President Masisi also welcomed 934 new members to the party and encouraged them to go and spread the BDP message of unity and compassion.
Party issimilate iberekela mogolo le ngwana. Party ilibile bokamoso jwa rona. Party ki puthadicha ba boela gae ka gona le le dula
nelano le kutlisisana e tswanela dikarisa ko pele le go heta hare gatetseng ko pele teng.
Members of the BDP were implored to be members in good standing through adhering to the values and the regulations of the party for progress and growth. Gilbert Morosi, BTV News. With hope.
Gaborone region has nominated President Dr. Mopipi as the Botswana Democratic Party 2024 presidential candidate. Speaking at the Gaborone Region Special Congress, the Vice President, who is also the party chairperson, Mr. Slambatsohwane, said BDP remains solid and progressive under the visionary leadership of President Masisi, with sound policies and development programs for the prosperity of all Botswana.
Gaborone Region's presidential nomination makes it the 6th region out of the 14 BDP regions who have formally made their nomination for their party presidency so far. This is one of the internal processes guided by the Constitution of Botswana Democratic Party to uphold the principles of participatory democracy, inclusivity and transparency.
ene yo yang o etelela puso ya rona go pele yo tabenga eteletse di campaign tsa rona, the face of the party. Re tswa ha ra go dira ditsholohetso re libile gore molao motheo wa rona wa reng, re itse gore molao motheo wa rona do tse dingwe tse motho a ka di nopola mo teng ke go leka go lwantsha lehuma, ke go leka go lwantsha kgetololo. Re gatetse pele yanong re itebagantse ka di program ke itse bo chema leaving no one behind. Re itebagantse ka di program ke itse bo timo litoto, leaving no one behind.
These Democrats were encouraged to jealously guard the integrity and principles of their party's democratic processes and carry them through to 2024 general elections.
You are capable of it. You are capable of peace and harmony. You are capable of building unity. You are people of good character. Yo no ntse mmoka ka moso o bo re nyake takayo mongwe ke yo ka tsela ngo o ira eng wa ithoba sa wena o tlopang gore o tlhopa o sna eng o sna kelelelo mme ano lona le supile gore ditlhopho tsa lona boleng jwa lona mo partying ya lona gore le bokatile le bosumaretse mo e leng gore ha le tsa tshwetso le tsa ka kelelelo le tsepame tota mo go yone.
Following this party presidency nomination, the BDP still awaits to hold their primary elections, which will determine parliamentary and council candidates to contest with other opposition parties at October general elections. In the meantime, they continue to welcome and register new members. Tlotla Matlabapiri, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Minister of Entrepreneurship, Mr. Karabokari, has urged Mabule residents to submit applications for the recently launched Chacha Fund for informal sector in large numbers. He informed the residents to do so without any fear or doubt, as the program is meant for all Botswana who wish to establish businesses or expand their existing small businesses to enhance their economic status. Mr. Khari said this when visiting Mabule residents recently to brief the residents about the Chacha initiative.
Minister Harris says most of Botswana have developed a tendency of not taking advantage of initiatives geared up towards improving their livelihoods with fear of taking risks. Mr. Harris further explained to the residents that the program has put in place simple terms and conditions for accessing the funds to assist new establishments and those who want to expand their small businesses.
Re le bupile re le tshwantshanya le manana a tshwanelo go mahatsing ya mang go le re a dirile sentle teng re be re bona le gore re dira le gore le tshwaragana le tsamaisana le semo sa rena mo Botswana e bone yalo gore business e simolotse hela e le motho a simolela ka mora ga jarata kana ka ha back yadi mme go mpeko batho ba ke batho ba e leng gore e ba go godimo thata ba ba simoletse mo di garage tsa mantlo a bona go mpeko ke di components e le gore di ana mela hase ka bopara tumela rena go gore
The residents were given a chance to ask some questions that relate to them and their possible qualification for the Chacha funds.
Gora gore le rona basadi ba golo re tla tshema ke lebogetsela gore gate re duele mo diposong yanong ha ile gore o totobaditse gore re duele mo posong poso e re neela rasiti re ka leboga
ha wa apply la o itse sengwe sono wa go se bona gongwe re ka hapana hela ha ile gore o dira saluni mme mo teng re bona gore batla go reka le mahura a dikoko mo teng yana be re ipotsa ra amanang le saluni ke gongwe re ka hapana gono ho hela ho mmela maikelo ke gore hela o atlegile go lea ha o tsena go rona e be re nna hatse re bona gore a wa batlang one a mme ga o ikimetse kana ga wa itlhaetsa.
Minister Khare, accompanied by the fund stakeholders, informed Botswana that their intention is to travel across the country, explaining to all about the initiative to ensure that all citizens get a chance to benefit from the fund. Gesero Fedze Magwinja, BTV News, Mabule.
The mission of taking Parliament to the people through Botswana Speaks is said to be progressing well. This was said by Mr. Silas Sihularo from Botswana Speaks during their visit at Chadibe in Chacha West in their journey to educate constituents about the digital program. Botswana Speaks is set to with a sole mandate of bringing voters and their members of Parliament closer through digital means. Faith Ditete reports.
As the goal is for the nation to be equipped with digital knowledge in achieving a knowledge-based economy, this arrangement is said to be the right step in the right direction.
Lenaneo ke la maranyane, dithaeletsano tsa maranyane
This is a digital-based platform meant to bring closer voters and members of parliament in their direct areas.
Le mapalamente a mangwe lenaneo le la rona ba gaetso le dirisa di cell phone di computera le di tablets.
This program requires the use of cell phones, computers and tablets as well as internet connection.
Le le thoka gore wa bo gona le internet ba ite ba re data go ngwe ba re di bundle gore le bereke.
Voters welcome this initiative, saying it will bring them closer to their members of parliament, regardless of their geographical gaps.
Lenaneo is a welcome development ra la amogela la gore thoha hetsa how we interact le ma parliament a rona la gore ha platform ya go bona gore le rona we are part and parcel of dipuisano tse di dirisiwang ko parlamenteng. I think
this program will enhance the interaction between us and our members of parliament without geographical restrictions.
Regardless of the geographical gap between parlamenteng.
Even though programs like this are set with good intentions, it is said that some people use them in a bad way. Therefore, voters are urged to refrain from cyberbullying for success of these programs.
Maranyane a thoka go dirisiwa ka kelello ka re ha gongwe bangwe ba dirisa busula ka sekgwa cyber crime or computer related crimes. It
is important that we utilize this digital communication for good development and refrain from cybercrime. Botswana are encouraged to register for Botswana Speaks in numbers. The ongoing connection of smart boards internet across the country will as well facilitate the reach and use of platforms like this one for Botswana. Faithy Dititi, BTV News, Chadi Bay.
The coordinator of the first ever Hika Langwanyana Cultural Festival at Moshopa Village, Mr. Gifens Masimolole, says preparations are at an advanced stage for a cultural extravaganza to showcase Moshopa Scenic Dam. The event is expected to be held on the 28th of April of this year. The objective of this cultural festival is to revive culture, to unpack tourism activities by using attractive scenery such as Moshopa Dam. Emmanuel Rapoa.
The objective of this cultural festival is to revive culture, to unpack tourism activities by using attractive scenery such as Moshopa Dam. Preparations here are at an advanced stage to cater for a series of activities that will be exciting to many, as there will be more for leisure treats and cultural exchanges.
There will be a lot of activities going on: fishing, boating, hiking. We're going to have aerial displays, parachuting. There's going to be a music festival, with local artists, DJs, and I'm talking about crowd pullers, not just but because it's a free event, it's open to the public. We encourage any and everybody to attend. Come with your family. It's not just for banana only. Even the elderly, come and learn about the arts and the culture, because we've got artists that will be showcasing. Bahosi will be here as well.
Cultural festival mme gone tle be gona le ditlhapi gone ya ngwao e botlhokwa mo Motswaneng mongwe le mongwe ka setso sa ga bone, mme dingwao tsa rona ga di tshwana halela di harologana le halala yaanong re tle be re di kopanya re dira se ga rona ga se kgatla gona le simbukushu le seyei le sesarwa.
The business community is also expected to seize this rare opportunity and make money for themselves.
Mongwe le mongwe, whether o kgwebo potlana o hagare o kgwebo ye tona, we are ready for you. Ebile re na le mahelo a ileng gore o ka dirisa go ta go rekisa go dira madi ka nako e. Ha madi a shota ke tsela gore chema ite o bone gore ra go bata stoko ka tsela ye ntseng jang. We are going to do that. We will help you gore o bone space gone ka kwano.
This is not just purely a Moshopa activity or event. I think it will help to, one, put the Southern District on the spotlight, because we don't really have events of this magnitude, and also blending in with the natural environment.
What is even gratifying is an assurance that this cultural festival will now be an annual event held at this very area, and this yet present a viable advantage for many to be proactive and tap on to existing worthwhile services and businesses to complement the annual event. Emmanuel Rapua, BTV News, Moshopa.
Small-scale horticulture farmers squatting along the Chacha River bank have appealed to the government to recognize and grant them land rights. Briefing the Minister of Agriculture in a Khotla meeting in Borolong Village, Borolong Riverside Farmers Association chairperson Mr. Letlogonolo Saile said shortage of land is a major hindrance to their efforts of transforming from backyard gardens and improving their livelihoods. Abigail Madorobo with more.
Small-scale horticultural farmers are the most hard hit in this low rainfall and drought season since they are not entitled to the government subsidy enjoyed by informal sector businesses. Mr. Saile stated that the other problem they are facing is the illegal sand mining in Chacha River, which makes the river to no longer hold enough water for irrigation.
Di soswane ding ga di teko formal sector hela di tla le go informal ya no bone bana le di subsidy le reng ga ba go reka ba hokeletswa thata phokoletso rona ga rena ya no ke kopo e lora e kopa.
Informal horticultural farmers were challenged to familiarize themselves with the impact accelerator subsidy, and were also told that the government recognized the value of the informal sector in the economy, hence the introduction of Chema Fund.
Tulaganyo e re ntshitseng ya lenaneo la impact accelerator subsidy la IAS le leng gore le ntsha dithuso ka tlhwatlhwa phokoletso gore o hiwa mo gongwe le grant mo gongwe o ithekela ke lenaneo le leng gore le bulegile gore lona ga lo kwadise dikgwebo tsa lona lo ka kgona go bona dithuso.
Though farmers appreciated the meeting, they also raised some concerns.
Metona ne ke re ke go tsibosega ka kgantsone tsa di gardens e sena ditlankana gore bothata bo botona ke gore land body ha isa tlhole ba ya sepehela 100 meters away from garden. Mme hela ne re itela ka lebaka la gore wa applyele one manane wa mantlano wa bua tona gore re ka bona dithuso tsone tsa temo le tlotlo le tsone tsa chama se se botlhokwa thata hela ha o tsena go di officing ba la ka khanya stlankana
go pa rone tona ne le gore kwano go emiswe mothaba go thelele ka gore le bona ba hiwang ga ba sele ditelo tsa teng morago ba ya pa go ithela ba tshwara toko go tase seretse ya no ne re kopa gore o re thuse mo go tseo.
Farmers were advised to be organized by keeping records of their produce and also to develop a cropping plan so that the market can be sustainable to them. Abigail Madorobo, BTV News, Borolong.
Puduhudu and Inalaholo communities have been advised to preserve and protect their culture and heritage to monetize it through tourism. This was said by Member of Parliament for Kalahari North and the Assistant Minister for Local Government and Rural Development, Mr. Likta Monnakgotla, when addressing a Khotla meeting in the two villages. Ms. Monnakgotla says the cultural village that will be built in Puduhudu will showcase their identity, and thus residents of Kalahari will now feel a sense of belonging since they will get to understand, respect and learn about their roots. Nomudu.
Ms. Monnakgotla says the cultural village that will be built in Puduhudu will create identity, and thus residents of Kalahari will now feel a sense of belonging since they will get to understand, respect and learn about their roots.
Jaka tla batla go bona yone cultural village ha o gona go simologa teng a re ke a go bona diphologolo ka ke be le gore ke tla ka le ra tshwara workshop ene re biditse boemedi go tswa mo metseng yotlhe le ba rona ba bogabudi ba TAC le ra go kopana go kana
gore re nne le moalo tota gore no bana ga project ke yone ebile ka busetsa e tshwana go gore diretse jang.
Residents also expressed their views concerning their villages.
Cultural village, re bua ka tsone go dirisa tsa tlholego go itshetsa. Ke itse di kitso tsa rona tsotlhe di na le di project ha re bua ya. Me a mo di project tseo botsadi. A re eng go di tsholela go bone ba sida, ba di sekaseke. Re simole go ja madi.
On other issues, Ms. Monakgotla also briefed this gathering that airstrip will be maintained as it has been budgeted for in this financial year. Neo Mudungwa, BTV News, Inalekgolo and Puduhudu villages.
You're watching BTV News. Thank you for staying with us. Now, moving on, Gaborone High Court Judge Itumeleng Segopolo has ruled that the court will, on the 22nd April 2024, listen to an urgent bail application filed by Samuel Selolwane's attorney, Obonye Jonas. Selolwane's bail application is the second one filed before the High Court, as it was dismissed by another High Court judge, Barnabas Nyamazabo, in February this year, citing that the accused is facing a serious offense of raping a minor. Today's decision of Judge Segopolo was to allow the defense and prosecution to file heads of arguments. Lentswelete Mopani area member of parliament, Ms. Naniki Makwinja, has commended the decision by Mopani Assemblies of God male church members for organizing a march which through it they would raise the voice of churches in rebuking issues of road accidents and gender-based violence, where men usually are affected in large numbers. She said this recently in Mopani when she joined the march. Lisa Klass with more.
After realizing that the male counterparts are the most affected in road accidents, issues, and gender-based violence, Mopani Assemblies of God men's sector organized a march at which they can raise a voice to stand in prayer against the endeavors. However, these issues are said to be influenced by the abuse of alcohol, drugs, and disobeying road rules and regulations.
About 1.9 people perish annually worldwide through road traffic accidents. In Botswana, on average, we lose about 450 lives annually on our roads, while a few survive, albeit with very serious, sometimes debilitating injuries.
Bosigo le motshegare re na le dikotsi tsa ditsela. Dikotsi tse di diragalang tse le gore gompieko di tsaya matshelo a batho mo ngwe nna ka re ga se dikotsi ba getso. Ke mo re irang ka bongwe mo e leng gore ba sepodisi ba tshwanetse ba bone gore ba dira jang ka rona ka gore tse dingwe tsone ra bo re dira ka bomo.
Boikarabelo jo re bilweng ke jona jwa go rotloetsa pabalesego mo ditseleng. Ne re kopa gore mongwe le mongwe wa rona re le badirisi ba tsela ra re imagine life without you. Segolobogolo yang ka gore kotsi ya tsela e kgona go emisa botshelo gone go ka ponyo ya leitlho.
Meanwhile, gender-based violence is said to be continually escalating, and men were urged to seek counseling whenever they are emotionally oppressed, since it is the only option that can reduce the cases of gender-based violence which they are engaged in the most.
Last year, Botswana experienced an unprecedented rise of GBV cases, and majority of them were perpetrated by our own.
How many moto litla le nna mmogo ngwe husband and wife? O se ka ba itumela go tlhoka go itse maikutlo a gagwe. Le ga e ka bela go sula ma bue wa utlwe. Nkwe e bua dilo tse dintsi ka teng. Tse o sa di utlwe. Tse o tshwanetse mo di kgannedi se di diragala.
A re itekeng borre, a re itsoseng. A re tswe mo mogopolong wa goreng go te borre kana ke batho ba e leng gore ga nke ba bua ke eng re sa change go tswa kgakala re gola re ntse re itlhala ntse go bua ka kganyateng gore hey kana borre ke batho ba e seng keng ba bua gompieno dithuto di dintsintsi ke eng re sa hetoge
Churches have been urged to continue raising their voices, praying for this country with the intention of bringing the issues of gender-based violence and road accidents to an end. Lizzie Glass, BTV News, Mopani.
The construction of the 675 million Pula Mandunyani Matangwani project is said to be 4 months behind schedule. This was revealed by the project engineer of CPP Botswana Consultancy, Mr. Kobamelo Koboko, when updating to note that district leadership as well as Chacha West MP, Mr. Fidelis Malau, during the tour of the ongoing project at Shashamoki. Mr. Koboko shared that the project started in June last year, and despite the delay, they will redouble their efforts to meet the agreed June 2025 completion date. Abigail Madorobo with more.
The 58 kilometers Manduyani Matangwani Road construction project is carried out under the Transition National Development Plan linking Tonota and Shashe West constituency. However, the project started on the back footing and currently it stood at 18% against 39% progress rate.
Project the main road for 58 kilometers between Semotswane and Matangwani.
The project consists of 58 kilometers main road from Semotswane to Matangwani, 20 kilometers internal road, 6 kilometers access road, having new bridges and renovating old ones. And also people affected have to be moved so that the construction will take place. 4 houses were built at this site, which at the end of the project will be a permanent way bridge.
Batho ba affectiwang ke tsela ba sutele tsela go agiwa le manto a le 4 ko siting e tabonye nna ya permanent way bridge.
In
this short time while I'm available, I have asked the contractor to briefly update us on the progress of the road. Mr. Koboko, who is the project supervisor, says there are some teething problems encountered, and some of them include relocation of graves along the road and other existing services. He also informed the meeting that this project affected 419 homes, and out of that number, 370 have been paid, 21 are waiting for assessment, while 9 have no land certificate linking them to their homes.
Price increases, particularly the land board.
The contractor is complaining about the high land board price increase rates since he started tendering, so we had to pay him.
Since I tender,
Residents are encouraged to cooperate with the contractor for the smooth construction of the road, which has already created 229 jobs, of which 209 are citizens, while 20 are non-citizens. Abigail Madorobo, BTV News, Shashemuki.
Well, that is the news. Jose Hongwe on standby to take you through the sport news.
Let me thank you, Samuka, and greetings to you all. As he has already mentioned, I'm Khosronkwe, bringing to you in context the sports news. And with that, let's get straight into it and start with the top leading story. Township rulers have raised the prospect of lifting Women's Division 2 League title after a 2-0 win over Vacuumates yesterday. The win saw Pupa Ladies starting the grip at the top of the Gaborone Regional Football Women's Division 2 log standings with 32 points. Khomoso Safako has more details.
The Blues, who haven't lost a single game this season, took charge of the early exchanges as their striker Rose Mudumo hit the target in the opening 5 minutes of the game after a great run by Gataretse Mokhatwani. Tataone Tatoe's ladies continue to trouble Ofina Chinyepe's goals frequently but failed to capitalize on Vikome's mistakes at the back. Just 2 minutes before recess, Rollers found another opening to increase their lead, but Gataretse Mokhatwani wasted the opportunity. In the second half, Rollers continued to trouble Coach Victoria's ladies, and it was no surprise as Rose Mudumo found herself in the score sheet once again to give Popa a 2-0 lead. Though they did not have as many chances, Vikome's captain Kebaneule Sutle saw her strike hit the post in the 15th minute of the game. This proved to be the last clear-cut chance by either side as the game ended 2-0 in favor of Township Rollers.
For 3 points, Mela. I get to Mela Samugava and Gibami. In terms of aggression, in terms of speed. But they are build up our Naira Hayan Nayo Mela at the end of the game. 3 points is fine. Prayer as a small alone since game 1, we can link Mera, Kawargisena or Reseplen, Kedagere, Balebonaba adapter to any pressure or Rocopan alone and Mera. Quite to me, this our end of the day, Rashi was a Sabata.
Because Kahano Hadira, I think, is that the game Mikaba so ke trainer the young girls ba banyenya lenyana ba eleng gore ha batla go tsena mo tega mmese ba khona gore ba tsoge because ba itse gore ba tsontse gore ha go stadium mo gongwe ba lebeletse gore go diragalang but me ke siame hela ka ha go diragetseng ka teng ke amogela losi eleng gore ke ya amogetse tse dingwe tse di tla salang ke tsaka.
In other games played this weekend, Police 11 humiliated FC Legend 14-0 while Royal down Girona 1-0. Khomzo Sefako, PTV Sport. Gaborone.
And now into Orange FA Cup updates. The defending champions Gaborone United progressed to the quarterfinals of the Orange FA Cup after defeating Security Systems 6-5 in a penalty shootout. The two had played to a goalless draw in a full-time at Dinaledi Football Academy. Let's take a look at the match highlights.
Banka ya phoso Ratipana Simela aba tlhalosetsa ari eti address ke sone se baka sa gore ba tsamaye mothusi ya tlanya le letloa mampule masilo belela sengwe ona sireleditse batho ba gamaragile ga ba itse gore go diragetse ka tselentseng ja mme kgwele yone e thule letloa go a lebega ba address ba itumela ba ja monate ba re hatsela kana ba le bone a re bone ka motho ba iketlileng ke era ya tlana le letloa.
Playing football, I'm very much disappointed though. I'm still yet to go and see the last penalty. Has crossed the line. So if you say so, I will take that. But how can it cross the line and hit the upright and go outside?
What are you putting anyway?
No, anyway, but it's okay. We wanted to go through. It's a game that we wanted to win badly, but it wasn't our day. It's unfortunate we lost, but we'll lick our wind and move on.
Good result for us. Well-deserved victory for that matter. I thought as well we could have maybe even wrapped it up before we went into penalties. Honestly, we had opportunities. It's a game where we didn't give the opponent anything, to be honest. Our goalkeeper only had to deal with long balls, stray crosses and so on and so forth. Whereas on the other box, where we attacked, we had so many opportunities. We created overloads on the sides, tried to use more of the inside crosses, crossing from the half spaces, not necessarily from the wide areas. It worked well. I thought we had 3-4 clear chances where we could have scored.
Now in the Orange FA Cup quarterfinals, a draw conducted immediately after the Gaborone United Security Systems game yesterday. The two Gaborone Giants will each face a mining town outfit as Township Rollers are scheduled to face Horapa United, while defending champions Gaborone United will lock horns with adjoining Galaxy. So Flamingos will play against the Traffic, while National First Division South outfit UB Hawks will take on Police 11. Now wrapping up the In Context Sports News, the Public Relations Officer of DACO Gaborone Marathon at Galundebele says ever since they started activations for the much-anticipated marathon, they have experienced a growing interest in fun runs and physical activity. The marathon held an activation run over the weekend and have already registered over 10,000 athletes. The run held over the weekend was a warm-up towards the ultimate event, with most athletes looking forward to improving their times. The DACO Gaborone Marathon, which will be on its 11th edition this year, will be held on the 5th of May, where athletes will compete in 21.1 kilometers, 15 kilometers, 10 kilometers, as well as 5 kilometers races.
Like every year, the preparation has always been great.
So far, we've registered, I think, about over 10,000 actually, over 10,000 participants. And with such a large number, the preparations are always, hectic and tedious, but we always try to make sure that, we prepare well in time, well in advance. So, every year we try to change the theme and make it different. This year, the theme that we have is Paris. We're encouraging the Paris Olympics, the athletes that we have from Botswana. That is our theme. We're trying to align ourselves to the Paris Olympics.
And that is all that we had for you from In Context, the sports desk. Let's meet you later on at 5 p.m. for Botswana News. And with that, have a blessed afternoon. We'll be some guys on standby to continue with In Context here on BTV News Channel. #Ikanyorona.
Mohau wa morena Jesu o be le rona kaofela mohau wa gago Jehova o be le setšhaba sa go kaofela le